know what drives me crazy about traditional investing? Our bills, like the groceries, the kids' tuition, the gas. They show up every single week.
Right, but your portfolio, it makes you wait. If you're lucky, it pays you once a quarter.
Exactly. It's a complete mismatch. Why is our money on a 90-day vacation when our life costs money every 7 days?
Well, today, we're fixing that. We're going to build a weekly income system. We're talking 12 high-yield dividend stocks perfectly timed so that every single week, cash hits your account.
I'm Lynn.
And I'm Frank. Welcome to Talk and Wonder. We create easy-to-understand whiteboard animations covering family finance, investing, passive income, and debt management.
Our goal is to break down complex financial topics, help you avoid traps, and build wealth together. If you want to secure your future, you are exactly in the right place.
So, before we jump into the actual ticker symbols, we need to talk about, well, what's actually going on in the economy right now? Because let's be real, prices are...
High? Just a little bit. Groceries, rent, inflation hasn't exactly disappeared.
Right, and even though interest rates shot up, they aren't exactly helping normal people save. And add in the global tensions, the political uncertainty, the markets are just chaos. They swing every other day.
Which is exhausting. People just want something steady, but they open their investment apps and it's just a sea of red and green arrows.
Exactly. And that is where dividend investing really starts to shine. Because it's not about, we're not day trading here. You buy into companies that literally pay you to hold their stock. That's it.
No timing the market, no sweating over daily charts.
No, you just hold and you get paid. And the income doesn't rely on the market going up. It's built on habits. Good companies sending out checks to shareholders quarter after quarter.
But Frank, that brings us right back to the problem. Quarter after quarter. With all of a family's responsibilities, we can't live from quarter to quarter.
Which is the part that surprises most people. Look, with the right mix of dividend stocks, if you structure them correctly, you can actually force those payments to hit your account every single week.
Like a smooth baton pass in a relay race.
That's exactly what it is. We're building a rotation. One stock pays you, and then it hands the baton off. The next one takes over the following week, then the next.
So it turns your portfolio into a literal weekly machine.
Right, but we are not just picking random stocks with flashy yields. A high yield looks great on paper, but if the foundation is shaky, it won't last. So every name on our list has to check 3 boxes: strong yield, financial health, and industry variety.
Okay, that last one is a big deal, because if one sector, say real estate, slows down, you need other things to keep the income flowing.
Like backup generators for your portfolio. So let's jump straight into the first batch of stocks, the ones that are going to kick off your income stream every January, April, July, and October. So let's start with week 1 of this block. We're looking at, well, the company is Conwest Associates LP Units. Ticker symbol is CWPS. And right out of the gate, it comes in with a yield of, I think it's exactly 13.17%.
Okay, starting strong.
Right? It delivers its payout early in the month, so you get that reliable income, just boom, right when the month starts. Then, for week 2, we pass the baton to Brandywine Realty Trust. Ticker is BDN.
And let me guess, another double-digit yield?
Right? Try 14.93%.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's a REIT, a real estate investment trust. Mid-month usually feels like a really quiet stretch for dividends, but BDN it fills that gap with a dependable deposit, 0 downtime. But then we get to week 3, Office Properties Income Trust, ticker OPI, yielding 17.28%.
Okay, I need a second. Frank, stop. 17.28%?
I know, the math is...
Wait, office properties? Like office buildings?
Yeah, commercial office space.
But, half the people we know are still working from their kitchen tables and sweatpants. Is throwing our money into office buildings really a safe move right now?
Well, and that's actually a completely fair point. The sector definitely has challenges right now, but here's the thing. Despite all of that, OPI has maintained its distributions. They held firm.
Okay.
But you're right to be cautious. High yields always carry some level of risk, which is exactly why we don't dump our entire savings account into just one stock. You use it as a puzzle piece.
Right, not putting all the eggs in the office desk basket.
Exactly, because to close out the month in week 4, we use Two Harbors Investment Corp., ticker TWO. It brings in a 15.46% yield. Now this one operates in the mortgage space, which is a totally different angle.
So if I'm looking at this first group, we've got commercial real estate, mortgage-backed assets, preferred shares.
Right. It's that built-in protection we talked about. If one area takes a hit, the others help smooth things out. And because they're spread out, you're getting paid every single week in January, April, July, and October.
Which sounds great for those months. But what happens when February rolls around? I mean, my card doesn't care what month it is when the transmission decides to blow up. We still have expenses in February, May, August.
And November, yeah. Those are usually seen as like the dead zones for dividend investors. But in this system, they play an equally important role. They keep the weekly payouts moving. So we kick off week 1 of this second group with Angel Oak Mortgage REIT, ticker AOMR.
Okay.
It brings a 13.09% yield. Now this one's not flashy. It's
Let me guess, real estate backed again?
exactly. It just does the job, pays consistently, no drama. But in week 2, we make a hard pivot. We go to TXO Partners, paying 12.84%.
Which is what industry?
Oil and gas.
Ah, got it. So we are officially stepping away from property.
Right, because well-run companies in the oil and gas space are usually just massive cash machines. It adds that dependable energy income. And then week 3 keeps that energy theme going with Flex LNG, ticker FLNG, yielding 11.98%.
LNG, liquefied natural gas.
You got it. They are in the shipping business. Look, global energy demand keeps rising, so FLNG gives the strategy some real international exposure, taps into those long-term global trends. And then, to round out week 4, well, it's Alliance Resource Partners, ticker ARLP, 9.8% yield.
Wait, why the sigh? Is there a catch?
It's coal.
Okay, yeah, not exactly the trendiest thing to brag about at a dinner party. Hey guys, check out my coal stock.
Literally. But look, coal might not be pizzy or exciting, but ARLP has an incredibly strong record of paying dividends. And in this system, reliability beats hype every single time. It's about income that actually shows up.
No, actually, I really love this because I'm looking at the big picture here. Group 1 was really heavy on real estate and offices. Group 2 is all energy, shipping, hard assets.
The backup generators.
Exactly, that's the backup generator. If the housing market gets weird and those dividend checks shrink, people still need to turn on their lights. They still need heat. So the energy checks keep clearing.
Which means the system doesn't collapse.
Which means we can still afford to buy groceries and pay the cell phone bill no matter what the panic is on the news.
That balance is literally the key to surviving different market conditions. But there is another piece to this puzzle, because we still have 4 months left to fill. And, well, a pretty massive trick to make all this money grow without a single penny of your own. Okay, the final stretch, March, June, September, and December. This is where we complete the 12-stock circuit.
Let's close it out.
Week 1, we start with, and this is a bit of a mouthful, Directions Daily MSCI Emerging Markets ex-China Bull 2X Shares ETF. Ticker is XXCH.
Okay, that sounds extremely exotic.
It does, but it brings an 11.09% yield. It picks up the rhythm right where the previous month leaves off. Then, week 2, Sonic Shares Global Shipping ETF, ticker BOAT, B-O-A-T.
I actually love that ticker, BOAT. Let me guess, marine transport?
Yeah, marine transport, global trade. And it comes in with a massive 13.27% yield, which keeps the momentum really high mid-month.
Nice.
Week 3 is International Seaways, ticker INSW. They transport crude oil and refined petroleum. Yield is 7.85%. And finally, week 4, we lock it in with Cion Investment Corp., ticker Cion, yielding a heavy 14.26%. It's a BDC, business development company, meaning they lend money to mid-sized firms.
Okay, so wait, looking at this whole board now, we've got 12 solid stocks spread across every single week of the year,
A weekly income machine.
which is amazing. But okay, real life scenario here. What if it's week 3? The dividend hits our account, but I don't know, we don't actually need that cash this week. Like the groceries are bought, bills are paid. Does that money just sit there doing nothing?
No, and that is where the magic happens. If you don't need the cash for expenses right now, you use something called a DRIP, D-R-I-P, Dividend Reinvestment Plan.
Okay, how does that work?
Basically, it's a setting on your brokerage account. Instead of tossing the cash into your checking account, the system automatically takes that dividend and buys more shares of the company that just paid you.
Oh, so it buys fractions of a share or a whole share, whatever it can afford.
Exactly, automatically, and you don't pay extra fees to do it. So think about it. Next time that company pays a dividend, you own more shares, so your payout gets bigger.
Which buys even more shares the next time.
Right, it's an easy way to increase your income stream over time without needing to dig into your own pockets to add more capital. It compounds.
That's actually beautiful. It's like planting a little seed and it just waters itself.
Exactly. But I know what people really want to know right now.
Show me the money?
Right. What are the actual numbers behind this weekly income? How much can you actually expect to make? Let's run the math. Okay, let's look at a concrete example. To make the math simple, let's say you invest $120,000.
Okay.
Split evenly across the 12 stocks. That is $10,000 per company. No day trading, no chasing headlines, just the system running. Here is how it plays out. In week 1, depending on the month, you're looking at a cash drop of about $277 to $329.
A week?
A week. Like in January, April, July, and October, boom, $329. In March, June, September, and December, it's $277. And the rest of the time, it holds at $327.
So that's like a massive grocery run, just covered, without touching our paychecks.
Exactly. Then week 2 follows up with similar consistency, ranging from $321 to $373. Week 3, returns stay healthy, averaging $196 up to $432. And week 4 rolls things out with $245 up to $387.
Okay, so if we zoom out, what is that in a month?
You're seeing weekly income that adds up to between $1,162 and $1,521 per month, depending on the cycle.
Frank, that's a mortgage payment for some people.
Right? Or at the very least, it's a huge buffer against inflation. It averages out to a weekly paycheck of around $290 to $380 showing up like clockwork.
But wait, if someone doesn't have $120,000 sitting in their checking account right now, can they still do this?
Yes, absolutely. The system is completely flexible. You don't need $120K to start. You can start with a few thousand. Just pick a handful of stocks, focus on maybe one payout group first, and turn that drip on. Let it scale over 3 to 5 years. The most important thing is just getting started.
Right. Build the foundation first.
Exactly. Oh, and one quick technical detail. Just be careful with the ex-dividend date.
The what?
The ex-dividend date. It's the cutoff. If you own the stock before that date, you get paid. If you buy it the day after, you miss the current payout and have to wait for the next cycle. So just, set a calendar reminder.
Good to know. Don't buy a ticket after the train leaves the station.
Exactly. But look, this whole strategy, it changes the way you look at the market. You aren't praying for a stock to go up so you can sell it. You are literally just collecting cash flow. But if you want to know how to take this to the next level, like turning a $10,000 investment into a $3.5 million portfolio using ETFs,
You're going to want to click the video on the screen right now. We'll show you exactly how to do it.